Hey guys, Handicapped Kid here again. I've been meaning to touch up on this since I saw that it was happening like a few days ago or late last week, or it's been like a week since it started. But with work and everything like that, I've had no days off. I actually don't have today off either. I gotta go to work today as well. But I'm gonna touch this real fast. So if it's not edited like how I wanted to edit it, I apologize. I am planning to put all this up on the screen so you guys can read along with me and you can see it, whatever you need to do. So the Adpocalypse is back. The Vox Adpocalypse, as it is now called, it is now trending. This guy Carlos Maza, I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, is pissed off. Probably should say it real fast too. To my subscribers who are normally on this channel, this is a language warning now. I usually try to stay away from really harsh language, but I know I might get a little heated doing this because this irritates the living crap out of me. For those of you who aren't subscribers, they're wondering why I'm doing a language warning. I do have some subscribers that are really young. I know personally that are some of my students. You can see I do martial arts stuff. That is why I'm doing a language warning, so they know to go away and get off it right now or get parental permission first. But we're moving on. So Carlos Maza, right? So he works at Vox, right? So he is a journalist, if you want to call him a journalist. All right. He doesn't. I watched some of the strike through, I believe it's called, videos. They don't provide sources. They don't provide any kind of proof of what they're saying is going on or anything like that. And it's just and I'm not hating on Vox. As you guys have seen my like pro-life devil's advocate, I don't voice my opinions too much on here. I don't do political videos too much on here. This is normally what I do is martial arts tutorials, freaking game reviews and movie reviews and walkthroughs. That's what I normally do. Here and there I'll do a rant about a movie with some political stuff in it, but that is about it. So, but anyway, Carlos Maza, we're going to go on to this now. Alright, he got mad at Steven Crowder. So if you don't know who Steven Crowder is, I am actually subscribed to Steven Crowder. I find him one of the funniest guys I know. I've seen on YouTube, not know. He debunks his videos, and I don't want to. Well, debunk's not the right word. He rebuttals his videos. He challenges the ideas in the videos. Now he is a comedian. His show is classified in the comedy section as in the late night host section, and this is a guy who actually has a show on Blaze TV that is regulated by the FCC, I believe it's called, and all this other stuff. So he usually watches what he says, and he bleeps out the really bad stuff like he's supposed to. You know, he doesn't have to on YouTube. He does that himself. He has a tendency to say some stuff. He called him stuff like a lispy queer. He imitates his voice, which is, you know, he's got that, like, when you think of the stereotypical gay guy in the TV show or the anime show with that voice, he does that. He calls him the token Latino gay guy at Vox. All this stuff. Now, is it threading a needle? Is it walking up to that razor's edge of the line? Yes. Yes, it is. However, sorry, my phone keeps locking. However, it's not anything other than maybe the lispy queer thing, all right? However, Carlos Menza has called himself a gay Latino. He's called himself queer. His handle on Twitter is gay wonk. Which it should be up on the screen. So you should be able to see this, what I'm about to read now. Alright, so the first tweet he tweeted out was, "Since I started working at Vox, Steven Crowder has been making video after video debunking strike through. Every single video has included repeated overt attacks on my sexual orientation and ethnicity. Here's a sample." And it's not the actual video, but it's a 1 minute and 23-second video of him insulting him, calling himself like the lispy queer, token gay guy, all this stuff. However, it is only a 1 minute and 23 seconds. Steven Crowder has well over 300 or so videos, if not more. I think I was listening to their thing last night on my drive home, and They said they have over 1,000 videos online. They do a video like every other day or multiple times a day. And then they have little tidbits for you if you don't want to watch the whole show, stuff they think important and stuff like that. So over 200, we're just going to say 200 because I know that's a safe number, 200 videos. He had to edit 200 videos to only get a minute and 23 seconds of insults. To me, that's not that bad. And he calls it harassment. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say this now. Harassment is a lot different. A differing opinion is not harassment. Fighting your ideas with ideas is not harassment. Like I said, is he threading the needle? Is he walking up to the line and kind of touching the line and movement? Yes, but he's a comedian. Every comedian does this. All right, I have not watched a comedy show where they didn't have something insulting. And again, Carlos Maza does this himself. He calls himself queer, gay, he is gay. It's not about a sexual orientation. He's making fun of an identity that he's already created for him. Okay, Steven Crowder is literally using an identity that Carlos Maza has made. So that would be like someone making fun of me for being so obsessed with anime. I don't care. I am obsessed with anime. As you can see, I literally have a shelf full of figurines, anime DVDs, and pop dolls. There's even more on the back wall of art, and there's more over here where I used to film. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Why? Because it's kind of true. All right, it's called roasting. Not the end of the world. Grow some thicker skin if you're going to be on the internet. Moving on. This is going to be a long video, by the way. All right. So moving on. He then said, this is the first rant he did before YouTube responded. So he says, I've been called an anchor baby, a lispy queer, a Mexican, etc. These videos get millions of views on YouTube. Man, I wish I could get millions of views. I'm happy when I get 10. These videos get millions of views on YouTube. Every time one gets posted, I wake up with a wall of homophobic, racist abuse on Instagram and Twitter. Doubtful, highly doubtful that you do that because if you do, it is not from Steven Crowder's fans because I am a fan of Steven Crowder and I'm not defending Steven Crowder because he does say some things every once in a while. I'm like, that was a little too much, man. But he tells it how as it is. He's honest. That's why I like him. He's honest, and he does have different opinions on the show. Like Dave Rubin, who is a leftist, kind of liberal. I believe he's gay as well. I might be wrong on that. So it's just all kinds of stuff. And if you're not Mexican, if Carlos Maza isn't Mexican, which I don't know, then that's just Steven Crowder being wrong. To me, that's not an insult. That's not, being identified from the wrong country or ethnicity. If someone looked at me and went, hey, man, you look, I think you're English because I'm white. I'm not going to get angry. It seems like everyone seems to think that white people are from England when I have no British in me whatsoever. I'm Irish, I'm Scottish, I have some Russian in me, and German. I'm not from Britain. That's, so it's nothing to get mad about. So then he posts a picture. It should still be up. Last year I got doxxed and it scared the fuck out of me. My phone was bombarded with hundreds of texts at the exact same time. The messages, and apparently they all said debate Steven Crowder, which they're all within at the exact same time. That didn't happen. I'm going to call it right now. This did not happen. Okay? You might have gotten hit a bunch of numbers at the same time, but let's be real here. Hundreds of people did not text you at the same time with the exact same message, debate Steven Crowder. It was one guy or woman, whatever, running a text bot. That is what happened. Okay, so let's be fair here. And second, if you're so against doxing, why the hell did you just post someone's phone numbers in a tweet? Now, those numbers are going to get texted and called and everything else as well by your fans who are going to defend you. You just doxed somebody. You literally did what you bitched about. Alright? So, going on, these videos make me a target of the ridiculous harassment, and it makes life sort of miserable. I waste a lot of time blocking abusive Crowder fanboys, and this shit derails your mental health. I'm sorry, if someone calling you, if having to go through the effort of someone insulting you on Twitter or Instagram, whatever, and moving your finger over to that, just not even a full inch to the block button, maybe clicking a few buttons to get to the block button, and being called names you dislike hurts your mental health, you should already be in some kind of hospital getting help. Alright, again, that is nothing. I mean, if that's the worst it gets, being called names hurts your mental health. I'm not that old. I'm 27, but I grew up in a heavy sport town. I didn't play sports. I did martial arts. I didn't do anything school related with sports, except for my martial arts, which wasn't school related. It was through a different. It was not through the school because the school didn't recognize this as a sport where I'm from. So, I got made fun of, and I got made for, I wasn't a jock. I was a nerd. I was that kid. I carried manga around. I liked anime. I played a crap load of video games. I talked about video games with my friends. I read. I had a book everywhere I went. I would actually get in trouble for reading in class, even when I was done my stuff, because it wasn't reading class. It was math class. Even though my stuff would be finished and turned in, my teacher would give me more work because she didn't want me reading during her class because she was supposed to be teaching me math. It was a weird system. But I got made fun of constantly for everything I did and I loved. And, I'm just fine. I mean, my hair's crazy, but that's not because of my mental health. I'm just fine. I work with children. I know how to control my anger. I didn't have to get institutionalized because I was called names. I mean, I was called all kinds of names growing up. Now I'm probably gonna get demonetized, even though I'm not really monetized because I'm not big enough. But I was called, like, back before, all this was the worst thing you can call somebody. I was called, faggot, queer, gay, nerd, all the shit. Everything you could think of, I was called. I was pushed down. I was hit. I was everything. All right, I was bullied at the wazoo growing up until probably about 11th, 12th grade when I joined the military. I came back, I had my growth spurt. I beefed up a little bit. I came back. I wore ACUs to my first day back to school because my mom put everything in storage when I didn't really have clothes that fit me anymore. Because after I left, I did what was called split op. I went to basic instead of having summer before my senior year, and the bullying kind of stopped. I mean. So it's just, if this affects your mental health, you already need a therapist. Alright, so, moving on. Next one. Alright, he says, that being said, I'm not mad at Crowder. There will always be monsters in the world. Okay, you're not mad at Crowder, but you just called him a monster. That's double, in my opinion, that's double negative. I'm fucking pissed at YouTube, which claims support its LGBT creators and has explicit policies against harassment and bullying. Again, having a different opinion and rebutting your videos and providing sources to the rebuttals. He provides sources that counteract the rebuttals that prove what strike through says is wrong. Steven Crowder always posts, when he posts something, he always posts the sources so you can go and you can look at them himself. When he does the change mind stuff, he has sources and studies with him to show the kids. He doesn't ever just take my word for it. This is what it is. Gravity doesn't exist. Blah, 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 blah. He doesn't just say random shit that is like, well, that can't be true, and expect people to believe it just because of his sexual orientation or where he works. Alright? Okay, that's not harassment or bullying. He doesn't attack Carlos. It's not bullying because he doesn't attack Carlos for anything that Carlos hasn't said himself. Alright? So, and what sucks, which is horrible, is at this time of the recording of this video, Steven Crowder's demonetized for this, and according to Steven Crowder's video on all this that I was listening to last night, YouTube got back to them and only reported 3 things that need to be fixed for them to get monetized, and it was 2 videos, one of which had a transsexual on there to talk about the military transsexual ban, and then the second one was about some reportings of Muslim gang rapes in Europe, and it had a victim of sexual assault on there to talk about sexual assault. And the third one was a t-shirt that he sells on his stuff. And we'll get to the t-shirt later because it pops up here. Okay, so moving on. This has been going on for years, and I've tried to flag this shit on several occasions, but YouTube is never going to actually enforce its policies. That's weird because it enforces their policies all the time. I do movie reviews and I upload something and they're like, hey, this, you can't use this 2-second little bit because it's the trailer, and this second 2 little bit Disney owns or whatever, or I've been flagged. I've been told that I need to take out this little bit because it's something I said, which I'm probably going to happen in this one too. Flagged this year for several occasions, but YouTube is never going to actually enforce its policies because Crowder has 3 million YouTube subscribers, and enforcing the rules would get them accused of anti-conservative bias. Well, considering he's been demonetized, and so is a slew of other channels, not even all just conservative. I mean, the conservative ones off the top of my head, have been, Red Elephant, he's demonetized. Sinatra Says is demonetized. Believe his name is James Allenup. I might have butchered his last name. I'm sorry if you ever see this. But I listen to them from time to time. The Quartering, when I listen to The Quartering, he's got other channels, but the guy on The Quartering, he mostly talks about game journalism and how we as gamers don't want certain things shoved down our throats and stuff. It's a little political, but not really. He's worried he's going to get demonetized. A lot of people have been demonetized just because of little things and stuff like that aren't political at all. It's just ridiculous, and it has nothing to do with it. And most of what I've heard of that has been demonetized are all right-leaning channels. Meanwhile, Vox is literally calling YouTube, not supporters of the LGBT community. Have I mentioned this guy's gay? Have we mentioned this yet? Has he mentioned it yet? You see why Steven Crowder kind of pokes fun at it? It's not because he hates gay people. It's because he's constantly shoving "I'm gay" down people's throats. I'm probably going to get mocked for that too. Okay, so bias. All right, so the next one, which is all to say, I work my fucking ass off to create smart, thorough, engaging content for YouTube. Bullshit. I've seen his videos. Bullshit. All right, I'm going to say it right now. Bullshit. Okay? His videos are lazy. He did a video where talking about how this is I think the one that started the rebuttal that started. Steven Crowder did. He did a video about how Fox News kind of controls all news that we see from CNN, everything. How conservatives and the right control the news cycle, which is bullshit. Because I consider myself, I'm in the center. I'm liberal on some stuff and conservative on others. But anytime I turn on the news, anything but Fox, they're trashing the president. They're talking about shit that I really don't care about. Hell, this guy calls Tucker Carlson a white supremacist right in his bio. We'll get to that later. But, Tucker Carlson, I might have missed it on CNN or whatever. Okay, I'm from Oklahoma. We've been getting a shitload of rain here lately. Okay, the last 2 weeks have been nothing but rain. And there was flooding and all kinds of stuff. Tucker Carlson was the only one in mainstream countrywide news that I saw or heard talk about the flooding that was going on here in my part of the country. We have been flooded. The town where I live in was flooded. Right? One of the roads that I get to my house, I couldn't use anymore. I had to go a long way. It took me an extra 15 minutes to get to work because of how the route I had to take. Same with my wife. Same with my buddy, our roommate, Parzival, who, he does this too. He lives here. It's just ridiculous. Our entire town's flooded. The vice president, say what you will about him, he visited Tulsa, Oklahoma just the other day to look at flood-damaged areas to find out what the government could do to help. Because more people are homeless. Things are destroyed. It's terrible. It's been horrible, but he was the only one who said something. He's the only one who showed we kind of care about middle of America. Why? Because middle of America is still America, even though, we're not the cultural elite like New York and, California. Sorry, we don't have trash piled up on the roads and huge homeless problem, even though we do have we have homeless people and freaking needles all over the ground. Okay, moving on. Okay, what does it say? YouTube. All right, content for YouTube. A company that claims to give a shit about LGBT creators. There's the, mentioning he's part of the LGBT community again. Okay, I think we get it, dude. And it is miserable to have the same company helping facilitate a truly mind-melting amount of direct harassment. Again, disagreeing is not harassment. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Maybe if we say it enough, it'll enter his head. Disagreement is not harassment. All right? And again, I mean, it's just, he doesn't say anything. I think the worst thing he did say was, let's be queer. That is it. All right? And again, is he toeing the line and kind of like, you know, make like getting up there, you know, kind of like, you know, you do with your little sister or brother, you know, don't touch me. I'm not touching you. That old joke. It's pretty much what he's doing. My family sees this shit, and I've had to explain to my much younger sister what the fuck a Steven Crowder is. It should be who. You just dehumanized him. I mean, that right there is, like, I thought that was one of the worst things you could do, is dehumanize somebody. Like, I mean, I understand if they're going on, like, genocide, they're committing genocide and stuff like that, but, like dehumanize Hitler, that's fine, but you just dehumanize an everyday person who's, I mean, worse, again, he called you queer, which you are? I mean, what's the rules? I don't know what the rules are anymore. This is just ridiculous. All right? And ask my siblings not to respond. It's exhausting. I wish YouTube gave enough of a shit to stop its platform for being a fucking playground for assholes. Okay, again, it's a platform, right? Difference between a platform and a publisher. Let's go over that real fast. A platform, anyone can use. It's free. It's like Facebook. You can pop up. You can post what you want. Well within the terms of service, of course, because you can't just pop up and talk about how Hitler was correct or something. That is, and I'm going to say this now, Hitler was not right. I'm not okay with what Hitler did, all right? Because I know I'm covering my grounds, because if this does get viral or this does happen to be one of my more popular videos, I know that's going to get edited out. That part right there, and then someone can use that to put, handicapped kids are racist. All right, so not true. Not a racist. I'm just saying this right now. Okay, that's what, you know, basically, you know, what it is. You get a platform, anyone can use it. Anyone. A publisher, all right, and the reason Facebook, YouTube, they're not publishers is because they don't go through, they don't want to be liable for slander and stuff like that. Okay, if there were a publisher, Steven Crowder went up and started talking crap about a bunch of people and calling them let's be queer and all this other stuff, then yes, that would be slander at somebody because it's on it's published. Since it's a platform, he's giving an opinion, a spoken opinion, all right? Not the case. And that's how I understand it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm okay with learning how I'm wrong, all right? That's how you grow as a human, is you acknowledge, okay, I'm wrong about this, and you learn why you were wrong and what is correct. This guy here, though, so far is just a dick. All right, and playground for assholes. Okay. Okay, so same one's still up. This isn't about silencing conservatives, in quotation marks. Well, Alex Jones got silenced. I never watched Alex Jones, really. I saw some of his stuff, and I thought the dude was crazy. But he still had the right to voice his opinion. All right, that was his free speech right. Okay, so silencing him, and a few other people I believe have been banned from Twitter and Facebook and stuff. Most of them conservatives, if not all of them. I don't know. I don't have the list. I just know a lot of people have been banned just because. I mean, I think Milo Yiannopoulos, who I kind of like. Sorry, my cat's deciding to get near the camera, so it's a little. Come here, boy. Come on. Oh, this is Satan. All right, so. Okay, soon I'm going to have a recording studio, and we'll record in there. We won't have to deal with that. Okay, but conservatives are silenced all the time. All right? Like I said, I watch Vox and BuzzFeed and stuff because I like to get both sides of the aisle. I like to get both things coming in. I never hear Vox complain about getting demonetized. I never hear BuzzFeed complain about getting banned. It's always a conservative site, and it's always for something very small, like saying, you know, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. There's only two genders. Very common stuff. All right, you can believe what you want. If you want to, it's your body. Change your sex if you want to. However, don't shove it down someone else's throat and, you know, try to force what you believe on them. It's basically the same as me as a Christian going around telling people you must believe in God or you're going to go to hell. I don't do that. Why? Because, it's seen as mean and bad, and it's rude. Alright? If someone comes up to me and asks, then yes, I will spread the gospel and I will talk to them about it. But I'm not going to shove it down someone's throat because they said they're atheists and I want to save their eternal soul. Do I want to? Yes. But that's going on from a whole different thing. That's exactly what this is. Maliopis, he's a gay guy, all this other stuff. He's a conservative. He got banned because he said something about there being a hot gay or a hot black guy in Ghostbusters 2016, and of course it was Leslie Jones, I think her name is, and he was making a joke, and that movie was atrocious and absolutely terrible anyway, and his fans started saying stuff, so he got banned. But I don't remember Justin Bieber getting banned when his fans went after Selena Gomez with death threats, if you remember that. Moving on, this video is already 25 minutes long. Okay? Alright? It's not about silencing conservatives. I don't give a flying fuck. If conservatives on YouTube disagree with me, apparently you do, but by refusing to enforce this anti-harassment policy, disagreement is not harassment, YouTube is helping incredibly powerful cyberbullies organize and target people they disagree with. Okay, again, like over 200 videos, I'm pretty sure, maybe 1,000 if their count, if what they say is correct, if what Steven Crowder says is correct, they have over 1,000. I think maybe 10 or 15 are rebutting him. So apparently his entire, it's not a very good organized, he does a lot of the stuff, okay? It just makes no sense. Alright, so, moving on. Anyway, if you want to help, I guess, can you go to this dude's videos and flag them? This isn't about silencing Steven Crowder. I'm not mad at Steven Crowder, but go flag his videos. Get him taken off. Get these videos taken down. Get them, report them. You just called to silence someone else's speech. Okay, I don't care how much you disagree with somebody. That's wrong. All right, I'm not going to go to again, I'm mostly a movie video game reviewer and commentator, but I'm not going to go and be like, hey, go flag this dude's video because he said Godzilla sucked and I thought it was amazing. Okay, he disagreed with you. Shut up. Or if someone even says handicapped kid is such and such, or handicapped kid is such and such, or this and this and that, and I'm going to make a video saying, no, this is not true, and I'm going to rebut it, and I'll move on with my life. Alright? Okay? But YouTube isn't going to do anything because YouTube does not give a fuck about queer creators. Again, we get it, you're gay. It cares about engagement, and homophobic racist harassment is very engaging. Okay, so, I don't think I have the tweets in here. I'll find them. If I do, we'll go over them. But apparently, the same guy has insinuated that Steven Crowder is gay in tweets before. He's apparently said things like, this is why I want to go over the homophobic racist thing. Because Steven Crowder is very far from homophobic. He's had gay people on his show. He's had them voice their opinions. He's same with trans, same with people of all colors and creeds. I know that's like saying, I am not racist, I have a black friend. Okay? But, if he was a racist homophobe, why would he have them on his platform, his show? Again, he's not only got his YouTube channel, he's got, I think, a radio show. He's got, I think it's on Blaze TV as well. He's got multiple things. He's got multiple outreaches other than YouTube. Why, if he hates them so much, why would he let them talk on his channel? Okay, and he debates a lot. When he debates, too, if you watch his debates, he doesn't insult people like he does when he's rebutting. He doesn't call them let's be queer and all this other stuff. He is very, very respectful during a debate. Okay, but moving on, if he's a homophobe, okay, he has said stuff like, I wonder if his wife knows how many times he lays awake at night thinking of me. And this is what Carlos Maza has said before, I believe. According to Steven Crowder's lawyer, he's gone over his tweets and he found these. Okay, I couldn't find them. But, again, things get deleted. And he's saying something about, talking about how Steven Crowder was secretly gay and all this other stuff. So, if I understand correctly, he's, talking about how he's gay and he thinks about him, so he's insinuating he has a crush on him, or he's outing him, which I thought was, like, the most immoral thing you could do to a person that's gay or the LGBT community was out them without their permission. So aren't you kind of betraying the LGBT community if you're doing that? If Steven Crowder turns out to be gay, I mean, it's kind of, immoral, isn't it? All right, so again, the problem isn't Crowder. There will always be fucking assholes trying to get attention by being bigots. He's not a bigot. He disagreed with you. Apparently, being disagreement, if anyone right now, you're the one being a bigot. You're freaking going like crazy. All right. The problem is that YouTube is designed to give assholes a megaphone, push new followers in the direction, and keep them listening. It's a weapon. Okay. You know how many makeup tutorials I watch? 0. You know how many pop up my trending and feed? A shitload. Okay. I usually, like I said, I watch political videos. I listen to music. And I'll go through it, I'll look at movie and game reviews before I purchase them if it's not on my list to review myself, or I'm looking for something to watch that weekend and I see something like, oh, hey, look, Ma, I don't know what this movie's about. Let's look over for a review. Okay, that is it. Okay, that is what I use YouTube for. However, makeup tutorials pop up. I don't like Stephen Colbert or Samantha Bee, but guess what? They're freaking popping up in my shit all the time, and it's annoying. I've never once watched them, and they're there. And trending, or watch next, or suggested videos. So it makes them, and let's face it, Stephen Colbert's not demonetized. That's another thing. Stephen Colbert's not demonetized as far as I know. And he said, President Trump, his mouth was I believe he said a cock holster. And that's just fine, but saying let's be queer isn't. I mean, the rules, I don't get the rules. Come on, YouTube, you have to give us straight rules. You can't be vague about it. Alright, so, okay, YouTube does not give a fuck about queer creators. Again, get it, you're gay. YouTube does not give a fuck about marginalized creators. Okay, you're not marginalized. If you guys didn't know, Vox is got a multi-billion dollar investment, I think, from NBC. And that's just NBC. I think there's other investors. I mean, I can guarantee you, I work two jobs, soon to be 3. I teach martial arts at a studio. I work at a movie theater, and I'm about to teach martial arts at another studio. I'm about to work 3 jobs, and when I need extra money, I drive for Lyft. So 4-ish. Okay, my wife works on full blast. She works 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. Okay, we have to rent out a room in our house to Parsville. I mean, we don't have to, but we do because for multiple reasons. Where Parsville lived was too expensive, and we're cheaper, and all this other stuff, and it's nice to have the extra money. Okay, we're still having months where we're like, well, I hope our electric doesn't get turned off, before payday this week. Okay, I can guarantee your ass, this guy lives probably in a decent apartment. So I'm guessing New York. All right, I'm gonna guess New York. I don't know where Vox is based or where he lives, but I'm guessing he lives in New York. I'm guessing this guy makes more in a year than I make in 5. All right. Okay, I'm pretty sure this guy probably makes, a crap load of money. I'm lucky if I get a $300 paycheck. All right. Because teaching martial arts does not make me any money. Why do I do it? Because I love it. All right. So I don't want to hear him talk about marginalized. He is a rich freaking dude. He's got a huge company backing him. Right now, this is David versus Goliath, in my opinion. Steven Crowder is not a small channel. No, he's got a couple million subscribers. But Vox has got. This would be like an indie film company going after Disney. Okay, YouTube wants clicks. YouTube does not give a fuck about diversity or inclusion. YouTube wants clicks. YouTube wants clicks. YouTube wants clicks. Again, if we're going into the diversion and inclusion thing, Steven Crowder has done multiple things where he's brought people on to talk about their opinions and their views over his. I haven't seen Vox do that. I might have missed the videos, I might not have just seen the videos, but I have yet to see Carlos Maza, however the hell you pronounce his last name. I'm butchering it, I'm sorry. I don't speak Spanish at all. I'm horrible with different languages. I'm horrible with names in general, but I've never seen him have anyone on that differs in opinion from him. Hell, half the time when I see his videos, he makes jokes, and then he cuts away to himself responding to the joke. It's like it's just him. All right, it makes no sense. Okay, and we're still going on. We're on 34. We're still not done with the tweets yet. We're not even getting to YouTube's response yet. This is still when he was throwing his little bitch fit. All right, harassment isn't soiled either. Every time he makes one of these videos, his fans flood the comments on the original Vox video. So a piece I spent 4 weeks working on is drowning in homophobic and abusive comments and downvotes. Other Vox fans see it. It's humiliating. Okay, if you're a YouTube content creator and you didn't know this, you can go to the YouTube studio, you can go to comments, and you can delete the comments you want to delete if you find them humiliating or just over the line. I do that only if they're extremely disrespectful. Okay, I leave the comment there. Why? Because good comments, bad comments, guess what? The more comments you get, the more views you're going to get, the more likely your video is going to pop up somewhere. Good or negative, okay? It's just how it is. Okay? I highly doubt this is true. And if the people are doing this, I don't think they're really Steven Crowder fans. I think they might just be trolls because Steven Crowder says, don't do this stuff. He does not. He advocates against violence and everything. Unlike this guy, which we'll get into later. This guy has called for the active assault of people. So, and he has defended Antifa. All right? Okay, I'm sure there's some good, there might be a few good people out there in Antifa who actually believe that they're anti-fascist and everything. However, I've seen so many things, like too many riots and everything else of Antifa, and they're calling for control of speech and everything else. They are more fascist than anything I've seen. But, this guy's defended them. He's called for the assault of people, which we'll get into the assault stuff later, okay? I cannot explain how awful it is to see a video where you're called a lispy queer pass 1 million views, thousands of comments piling on. How the fuck are LGBT people expected to produce interesting content in this environment? Okay, so being called a lispy queer affects how you make content. Don't understand that. I really don't. Okay, how does someone calling you a name affect your ability to make content? All right, maybe I'm older than I think I am, but I was raised on the sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt anything. All right, I don't get it. I really don't, because I mean, if LGBT, if someone who's gay, queer, trans, whatever, is affected by making, I'm trying to put my thoughts to words, sorry, if this affects them for making content, then shouldn't you calling people racist and homophobe and everything affect them as well in making content? My head hurts. The logic can be drawn both ways in my view. You're just mad that somebody is rebutting your videos and not agreeing with you. That is exactly what this looks like. Alright, I really can't. Anyway, can't fucking wait to see YouTube's Pride Month video where they pretend to give a shit about the well-being of LGBT creators in order to check notes, help draw more advertisers to the platform to make money. Oh, okay, the checks notes was a stage direction. Checks notes. Okay. Again, I don't think that's a problem considering, like, every other political video I see that isn't conservative has something. I mean, we're reading tweets here. I mean, we got quite a bit more to go, and we're already 40 minutes into the video or so, give or take, and this guy's mentioned the LGBT stuff. Like, this is only 4 days ago, guys, or 4 days when I took the screenshot, but it was just, oh god. I mean, oh god. Okay, so a lot of people have pointed out Crowder is wearing socialism is for fags shirt in several of his videos. No, he's not. He's wearing a shirt that says socialism is for figs. Is it towing the line a little bit? Actually, I used to say it was, but no longer. You know why? And it's not because you're Reddit. It's because I actually put it together. Steven Crowder kind of explained it, and I realized. All right, Jesus Christ, he hated the fig tree, and he pointed out the fig tree was not a good source of food. Why? Because this fig tree does not produce good fruit. Okay, hence why it says socialism is for figs, as in the fig tree. Figs do not produce good fruit. Neither does socialism. Almost, like, not even almost. Every socialist country. Like, I mean, Venezuela right now is crashing. They're eating dogs. They're killing and eating their pets. I've seen pictures of the street littered in money because their money is so useless that you can't get enough, you know, I don't know what the money's called, but enough notes, enough of their notes, you know, like we have a dollar bill note, their notes to do anything with them. It's useless. So they're literally just laying in the gutter. That is how bad Venezuela. They're shooting and running over their own citizens. That is a socialist country. Okay, no one can point to a socialist country. I forget what country it was that Bernie Sanders kept pointing to. I think it was. No, I don't think it was Sweden. It might have been Sweden. But I remember hearing about their prime minister, their whatever he is, coming out and going, "Stop telling people we're socialists. We're not socialists." They just had some socialist, you know, stuff. We have some socialist stuff. The VA is socialist, and guess what? I'm a veteran. The VA freaking sucks. All right, I go there all the time. I don't go there for myself. I take my grandmother and grandpa, who is also veterans. Okay, and we go in for a 3 o'clock appointment. We don't get seen until 5. We don't. I mean, going to the VA is an all-day thing. There's a reason I use private health care, even as a veteran. Okay, it's because I can make an appointment for 2 o'clock. I show up at 1:45. I'm seen at 2 o'clock, and I'm out of there in an hour or so. Okay, I'm not there all damn day waiting to be looked at just to be told, which has happened multiple times, we can't do anything for you. Here's a pill. Socialism sucks, all right? Okay, Steven Crowder did a video on this too, where he actually went to Canada. Guess what? He's from Canada, so he knows about their healthcare system better than Carlos Maza, all right? And he did a whole video where he went with a buddy who broke his finger, and they went and sat in emergency rooms. And they told the guy that he'd be like a 4-day wait for a broken finger. If you don't know anything about broken bones, if it has to be set, it needs to be set properly, or else it heals wrong. And then guess what? You have to re-break the bone for it to heal properly. I'm not waiting 4 days to fix a finger because I need my fingers to do my jobs. All right, so. Okay, it's more money. A lot of people so that is why that's just information. It's spreading misinformation. Okay, the socialism for fag shirt, it doesn't say it. It says fix. Okay, if you're going to say something, don't blatantly outright lie. That right there, just to me, is the reason. Like when I read that, I was going through when I didn't hear about any of this. I was going through it, and then I reading his stuff, and when I read that, I knew better. Because I've seen the T-shirt, and I'm like, that it doesn't say that. All right, so a lot of people. Okay, so fag shirt. All right, turns out he sells the shirt to his YouTube fans and proudly displays it on his Twitter cover photo. What are these platforms doing? And if you notice, he conveniently left out all the actual. Like if you look at the picture there, it should have it up. You see him wearing it. You see the link. Then you see the Join Mug Club stuff, and then you see the top of the shirt. You don't see the bottom. It's very convenient that you're leaving out the socialism, the is for figs part, and just telling people it says for facts. So, yeah, ass a liar. If Crowder loses his channel, I'm going to get hit with another avalanche of abuse and will likely get doxxed again. Again, we went over this. Steven Crowder has not called for the act of doxing people. He's actually advocated against it. And has told multiple times, if you come to me and I find out you've doxed somebody and you say you're a fan, you've done this for me, I will report you personally. He does not do it, okay? He doesn't do it. He doesn't like it. He's wholly, completely against it. This guy, however, has posted people's phone numbers, even though they're probably bots, on Twitter where people could just see them. They weren't blurred, nothing. Okay? That's what's so fucked up about these platforms. They create wildly powerful monsters, again calling Steven Crowder and other people who disagree with him monsters, dehumanizing them, and then ask the targets to abuse to draw abuse to draw further attention to themselves. Kind of fell in that trap then. If this is all true, if the whole goal of Steven Crowder was to have you draw attention to yourself and make this a big deal, success. You fell for the trap, and then you even pointed out the trap. Okay? Love to sit at home editing together clips of my abuse in order to publicly beg a platform to pay attention. Love to be an adult gay person, again reminding us he's gay, and still have my identity marked by public humiliation. Okay, so we went over this. He edited. He just admitted to editing together clips to show where he was made fun of. Steven Crowder says he's got over 1,000 videos. I'm saying 200 plus just to be safe. And again, the video was like 90 seconds long. So out of 200 plus videos, you got 90 seconds. I think you'll live, sweetheart. I mean, it's just kind of obvious at this point that Steven Crowder's only goal in life is not to upset you and insult you. Alright, so moving on. YouTube is about to spend this entire month branding itself as an ally to LGBT people. Going over this again. Trotting out its queer creators to convince advertisers that the platform is an cesspool of bigotry and hate speech. Okay, so I'm a strong believer of hate speech does not exist. Can speech be hateful? Yes. Okay, I can call you names, you can call me names, it can be hateful. However, hate speech is just too vaguely defined because, I mean, honestly, I can just say some, particle said something towards me that I found as hate speech, and I can flag this video, and it could possibly take it down, even though, I mean, it could have been completely true. Okay, so, I mean, it's just completely, I mean, he could have said something like, I'm an asshole. I am an asshole, all right? But it's just, hate speech doesn't exist. I'm one of those people. It is all corroborative PR bullshit. YouTube is a platform for bigotry. However, you're on that platform. How is YouTube a platform for bigotry if you are on there and you have a bigger voice than me, and I consider myself pretty moderate? I'm an asshole, but I'm only an asshole to my friends. I'm not going to be an asshole to random people online. If you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. You're an asshole to me, then I become an asshole to you. You can ask Parzival, you can ask my wife, you can ask anyone. I'm an asshole. But guess what? Alright, I'm the first person you can call at 2 in the morning, and I will hop in my car and come help you. Okay, I am like I will do whatever you need as a friend, even though I'm an asshole. I'll make jokes, alright, I'll do all that kind of stuff, but I'm still going to bend over backwards for you if I need to. I'm going to do whatever I can to help you. Hence why Parzival is willing to be my friend and live in my house, alright? Because I saw where he was in trouble, and I'm not going to go into his situation because it's his business. We offered him a room for cheap, so he can move in here and then everything would be better and he would have a slightly easier life, get where he needed to be to get on his feet. Alright? Again, am I an asshole? Yes. But I'm a nice asshole. Alright, so, but again, like if it's a platform for bigotry, then you're a bigot too, because guess what? You're on here. Moving on. Okay, so this is where, we're going up to an hour-long video. This is long. Alright, I'm trying to cover everything that went over in 1 week. Alright, so this is where he advocated for violence. Alright? Milkshake them all. Humiliate them at every turn. Make them dread public organizing. Okay? So this was him calling for milkshaking. Alright, what milkshaking is when it's a thing in Europe right now where people are throwing milkshakes at people. So, that is actually assault because it's classified as assault and battery because you can put anything in a milkshake. I can buy a milkshake, put a brick in it. If it'll fit in the cup, I could put acid in it. I could put other toxic chemicals, fill it full of glass. I can do all kinds of stuff to a thing of milkshake. All right, that's why it's considered assault. This guy is actively calling for the assault of people he disagrees with, and then he was and this was before, just so you know, this is before Steven Crowder and the Adpocalypse business. So he is able to. And by the way, this tweet, which is a call to violence, is an active, what's the word I'm looking for? It's against the Twitter terms of service, but yet it is still up. He has not been banned. He has not been flagged. This tweet has not been taken down, even though he is actively calling for the attack of people he disagrees with politically. All right, so again, we're going through all this, okay. Alright, so we're moving on. This is the last bit, I promise. This video is approaching an hour. I want to end it. If you made it this far, thank you. Carlos Maza his handle is Gay Wonk. Okay, so if you're gonna get pissed at people for pointing or making fun of an identity that you push, that's your fault. All right, you're a public figure. You're in the public eye. I can't get mad at someone for making fun of me for being, round and fat, because guess what? I make fun of myself for being fat. All right. He says, I write strike through for Vox.com. All right. He calls himself a Marxist pig. Okay. And then right here in his bio, it says Tucker Carlson's a white supremacist. Again, Tucker Carlson's show has been the only show, or not really the only show. I've seen it on like a few other Fox shows. I never see CNN have on people who differ in opinions like Fox does. Do I watch CNN? Yes. Do I watch a lot of it? No. Do I watch a lot of Fox? No. I listen to Tucker Carlson like twice a week, and that's when I'm driving. Okay, I use alternative media. I use YouTube. I listen to Vox, BuzzFeed, Steven Crowder, those people, all those people on YouTube who watch the news and then filter it down for me so I get what's important, because guess what? I don't need to hear about fucking Russia for the billionth time in the past 2 years, even though the dude has come out and said there was no collusion, or, sorry, they couldn't find enough proof to commit a crime or enough proof to exonerate him, which, I thought in our justice system meant he's innocent because you don't have to prove yourself innocent. It's guilty. It's innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. But I guess the mainstream media forgot that, because we're still hearing about fucking Russia. I don't need to know all that stuff. I just want to know the important stuff. Okay? Sorry this video went so long. Alright? I'm really hoping that I'm able to edit it and put it up. Alright? Really soon. Guys, thank you. If you made it this far, thanks for sitting through my 51-minute rant at this point. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well if you want to know when I upload videos. I'm trying to get better at a schedule. I'm trying to get it where my videos like this come out during the week, and then my martial art related videos are Thursday nights. And video game stuff will be in the weekends. But with my work schedule at the moment and everything like that, I have not a day off. I don't have a day off. I still have to work. I have to work 7 days a week now. Sorry, lawnmower outside. Wondering who was outside. See you guys next time. This was just a horrible long rant. I want to end. I gotta go to work. Later.